I'm wearing a skirt with utility boots, sitting on the forest ground. Okay. I mean, somebody's gotta look cute for the squirrels.
I don't know what you're looking for. Oh, and I don't know.
I would like to preface this video by first stating that, hi, my name is Nai, welcome to my channel. B, this is the angle you are receiving because I'm able to multitask. I'm tanning and filming a video at once, so if you could be so kind as to leave your judgment over there, that would be great. And C, C, this is the most complete thought that I've had since the beginning of the pandemic. So if nothing makes sense, that is why. This quarantine, I learnt that proofing is when you mix the little the yeast and the sugar and it makes the foam. Proofing. The word undermine comes from when like the Ottoman Empire sent like miners under. The Ottoman Empire sent miners under the wall of Constantinople. So that they can dig under it, because they can't go above it, they can't go through it, so they're all like, let's go under it. Post-secondary education is a scam, and I really, 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 really hate this pandemic. Amidst the things that I've learned during the duration of this P word, I think there's more things that I didn't learn than things that I did learn, if that makes any sense. My inability to complete a task has been the lack of emotional attachment that I have to anything anymore. I literally will start something, I'll never finish it, and it'll just sit at the back of my mind. And I think it's safe to say that the relatability on that is so high. I think coming from TikTok, every single resource in this video that you will hear today is coming from TikTok, because that is my main platform. I think the level of higher education there is on the app, the birds are, wow, okay. There was this girl on Twitter, and she made a whole entire resume outlining her mental health history, touching everywhere from her coping mechanisms to her disorders to her previous therapists, and like I would just like to say that I would love to do that, but resumes give me anxiety and cover letters will never see me. One thing that I realized is that because there's such a huge population of people who are feeling the exact same thing, it's taken to TikTok. It's made it to TikTok. You know when it makes it to TikTok, but yeah, because so many people are feeling the same thing, that means so many people are talking about it, and it's great to talk about it. It's great to talk about the lack of mental health that we all got, but at the same time, like, it's important to realize when, like, the fine line between, okay, when something is good to talk about versus when something is now a trend, and there's a very, very blurry line between okay, how do we differentiate between the people who are actually suffering from, things like mental health, I guess, or they're using the vocabulary in a way because it's just trendy, like, do you guys remember in like 2014, 13, I don't even know when the term was coined, but like KMS, kill myself, I don't want to say it, is it gonna, I don't know, but like, that was, what? Guys, we would literally just drop a pencil and be like, oh shit, I'm gonna kill myself. Like, what? That was so gory. That was like, why did we do that? And we still do that till this day. There's still people who, like, use that term so interchangeably between, like, their common day everyday language and, like, yeah. And there's also the, just like a huge mass of people that are just using these words that relate to mental health in a way where it's reflective of, I don't know, not mental health issues. They're just so casually they use it, like OCD, like, oh my god, I'm so OCD about this. Or like the word trauma, on TikTok, there's sparkles around it. Why are there sparkles around the word trauma? Guys, oh my god. But like, regardless, I mean, it's, again, like, once again, it's like incredibly healthy that we're talking about this stuff, but then at the same time, it begs the question, like, you know, is it healthy? Is it healthy to, I guess, romanticize this trauma in a way where, you know, you're bringing it up in everyday conversation, we talk about it as if it's like a brag, and I don't mean to negate the individuals who genuinely sincerely, you know, are struggling through that, because I think at the end of the day we're all going through something mentally challenging, but it's just the degree in which we talk about it. It's like, guys, we need to chill. I don't think we should be throwing these words around, these very hardcore definitive words, and just like using it in casual everyday language when it's not really meant to be used for those purposes. And I guess it's like due to like a shift in communication. There's always a shift in communication, like no matter what, I guess. But at the same time, it's like, do we need to implement these terms? Like, when is it enough? When is it enough? And when do we, like, you know, draw the flag? When do we draw the flag? When do we draw the line? When do we draw the line? And when, yeah, that's my thought. I'm done my thought.
No, don't want you to go and leave me behind.
I want to shift this dialogue into part 2 of the video, I guess, and have this dialogue about, I don't know, just combating this internal monologue that I've had that's been acting as a nuisance for like forever, honestly. I think that I find myself excavating or like digging really, really deep into, you know, reasons as to why I shouldn't complete a task, or reasons as to why my availability isn't on par with something that I want to do. And I think that being a creative and having this creative mind, embedded within that is the idea of procrastination. I think you're your own biggest motivator. You're your own biggest, you know, self-critic. You're your own biggest. You act as you're your own team. Do you know what I mean? And so it's like, whoa, I just had a brain fart. Okay. You get creators burnout so incredibly fast because you act as your own self-vesicle. You know, you're the ship that moves, you're the engine that runs, you act as the director, the photographer. Like, when you run a business by yourself, it's hard to complete everything all in a day's work if you don't have a team. And so the idea of, you know, anticipating the work that you have to do, or anticipating, you know, something may not look like you want in your head, that's what causes me, for example, to procrastinate and to put off my ideas and to slow down my creative output. And I think that, you know, at the end of the day, combating this is really, really, really important. And it's just like finding exactly how to do so took time, I guess. And I think till this day, it's difficult for me to really just sit down and be like, hey, you know what? Like, I will get up and film this video or edit this picture, or, you know what I mean? You know, we're all stuck at home, so it's like, you know, there's no reason to create, which there inevitably is, but, you know, there's no reason to put out work if, you know, life is just not the same as how it was. But amidst the chaos, I guess, I figured out, guys, I put 7 brain cells together, okay, and I figured the wind, wow, okay, just one sec, let that pass. I figured out a way that I could at least somewhat decently complete a task, and that being the 3-second rule. Actually, let me call it the rule of 3. I feel like that sounds more put together, you know? Yeah. But yeah, so the rule of 3 is a rule that I kind of just created one day while like on the toilet. And I was like, hey, you know what? Like, if I have an idea, then, you know, I have 3 seconds to make that idea a reality. So, for example, let's say I have, it can contribute to like your scheduling, things in your schedule as well. So like you're constantly nagging yourself about cleaning your living room, and you know, you go ahead and you say, you know, it's just eating at you. You just clean your living room, clean your living room, clean your living room. Well, you have 3 seconds to decide something that contributes to, you know, cleaning your living room. It doesn't have to be necessarily just getting up in the span of 3 seconds and, you know, getting straight at it, picking up garbage or whatever. It's more so the idea of you have 3 seconds to actively act on that idea, in saying that maybe you want to put it in your schedule. You have 3 seconds to like get a pen and paper and put that in your schedule. You have 3 seconds to, you know, mark down mentally, okay, you know what, at 6 o'clock, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to clean my living room. And so then what happens is like the stress of all that becomes clear, because you no longer have it nagging at you, oh my God, I need to clean it, because it's more so you're saying to yourself, okay, you know what, like I don't need to you know, have this reminder in my head until 6 o'clock comes. So it gives you time, it gives you the availability, it gives you the freedom, and you're not constantly stressing over something. It's the same thing for like shooting a video, right? So you have an idea for a video, or a shoot, or you literally have an idea. You got an idea. And so you have 3 seconds to decide, how do I actively encourage myself to go forth with this idea? And that could be, you know, creating a contact list for the people that you want to shoot with, conceptualizing, so again, getting a pen and paper and marking down like scenic shots that you want, all that kind of stuff. And so it's not necessarily really going in hardcore and making that idea like straight from the jump. When you have it in your head, it turns into a reality like in the span of 3 seconds. Like, no, it's not that. It's more so, how do I go in and I tell myself this idea is going to become a reality, and it's a step-by-step process. But I also think like the state of the world contributes to it. I'm a huge factor in it, don't get me wrong. I'm the reason why I am who I am.
I am who I am because I am who I am, you see?
But at the same time, like, I'm not gonna lie, like the P word is fostering such negative habits, like in terms of like productivity. I'm not gonna talk about what productivity means, because homegirl realized an alternative definition in this pandemic. But anyways, I'm not going to talk about what it means, but I'm just saying that like it's fostering these uncontrollably negative habits that I have in terms of like completing a task, as mentioned.
I don't know what to do.
Bridging the gap between, okay, I have an idea, and like actually committing and making that idea a reality. Like that bridge, there's 5 semis on that bridge. It's collapsing, you know, like it's total destruction. It's chaos. Like that's kind of what's going through my mind, I guess. That is the end of this video. This was so pointless. I literally just came to a forest to just look at. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, comment below. What task have you been procrastinating? What's something you did during the pandemic and you just didn't complete? Because you didn't want to. Solely for the purpose of you did not want to do it.
But thinking of hers, I don't wanna know, don't want you to go and leave me behind.